I'm very excited because you already know we have celebrity wealth expert Derrial Christon in the building. What up, Derrial?
Yes, I mean, a lot of celebrities, as we know, have been really indulging into a variety of businesses outside of their day-to-day celebrityism. So we have, like the Sierras who just started her skincare line. We have Lenny Kravitz who has his tequila, all the way down to Drew Barrymore who just released a bunch of holiday appliances and microwaves and things like that. But adding to that baller celebrity wealth list is our boy Jay Z. Jay Z has put a bid in with Caesar's Palace Casino and the realty company SL Green for a bid to put a casino in the middle of Manhattan, in the heart of the city,
Oh,
at 1515 Broadway, which is also the same building that houses the 25-year running musical The Lion King. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's been there forever. But there is a little bit of drama surrounding this entire thing because a group called the Broadway League, they're not really happy about this because they feel like by Jay-Z and his Rock Nation company bringing in this casino, and if it passes, which we'll find out earlier next year, that it'll take away from the traffic that goes into the restaurants and surrounding businesses that are in the heart of the city of Manhattan. Because they feel like, with theater, you always have new people coming in from out of town. They want to see the shows. But this group feels like with building this particular casino, that it won't bring in new out of towners, and basically it'll keep the people that do come to the casino within the casino. They're not going to want to venture off to go to an outside restaurant because everything will be inside of the casino, as we know. So it's been a little bit of drama around that, but that's not stopping Jay Z from doing his bid. I mean, right now Jay Z is an estimated net worth of 1.5 billion, so he's got a lot of money to spend and to create some new opportunities around this subject. So, what do you guys think? What are you thinking about, bringing in a casino in the heart of New York City?
I'm gonna let Courtney take that one. What do you think?
Honestly, it feels a little bit misplaced and bizarre, but like could be kind of sexy, I guess. I mean, I feel like that's such a Jersey thing, and
Oh,
or Atlantic City, like, and to be in the center of Manhattan, like. But I would imagine you could also do something super swanky and cool from a casino perspective, and it's not your average, like, gaudiness of a Vegas or Atlantic City. That could be super cool. And I don't think the concern about like the restaurants and like people actually venturing out is an actual legit concern, because I feel like New York City as an energy period, like that's just the energy of New York. Like you go in and you go places, you go to restaurants, like that's. So if you come for the casino, you might be in the casino for a while, but you're gonna leave at some point and hit a restaurant or do whatever. So I don't know that that's a real valid
like
concern.
that. So I would think that this would be a more of a hazard, personally, to put it right here.
Safety, yeah.
I would think like right here
Yeah.
is like maybe not, maybe like because like are homeless people gonna be able to get into the casino easily and like hang out? Like I don't know if that's the perfect spot for it. Maybe like out in Queens somewhere, or but I'm not feeling it as far as that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing. I mean, obviously, Jay Z has ventured into a variety of different businesses and put a lot of money into New York City. So I actually think personally that this is a cool kind of next step for him to do something for New York and bringing in a new clientele and bringing in new people and money. I mean, as I mentioned, Forbes has estimated that Jay Z's net worth is $1.5 billion. So he has a lot of money to spread around and to create these different ventures and unique opportunities of wealth for himself. I mean, I don't think that it'll personally take away from the businesses that are already created there and even from the theater. Because I think if people are going to come to the casino, it's just like going to Vegas. When you go to Vegas, you don't just stay in your casino. You go to different shows, you go to different restaurants, and you're spending your money in a variety of different places. So I personally think that Jay Z bringing this casino into Manhattan is a good idea and could bring more money into the city.
We'll see if that
Right.
goes in there because Jay Z's also heard he's looking to buy a basketball team too. I think a few weeks ago he was with someone, Jeff Bezos, I think.
Yeah, they said he's meeting with Jeff Bezos about a potential basketball team. I mean, we already know he'd already
Mm-hmm.
invested in the Nets, so I, I'm sure that's another next step for him as well. All right. Also, adding to the celebrity wealth topic of this week is Serena Williams. So, I feel like Serena is like our American sports female sweetheart. She can't do anything wrong. We love her. Even when we're mad at her, we love her, right? So she's adding to her Serena Ventures with a new product, actually. So, she's spoken about this before in the past about the pain of playing sports for so many years, how it is on your joints. And many athletes have actually joined that conversation of talking about the pain and wear and tear it has on your body. Well, Serena has a new product that she's putting out in the market. It's called Will Perform. And it is a recovery and self-care treatment of products that will help a variety of different things. Like there's 4 different additional products outside of Will Perform that she has coming out, which are Will Relieve, Will Cool, Will Rest, and Will Soothe. So Serena's whole point of this is she wants to focus on really helping the athlete recover, because she has quoted in the past that, one of the things that her former coach had told her is that, it's about the athleticism that a athlete has, but it's also about how do they really recover? How do they get their body back into the form that it needs to be? So she's another one who's adding to a long list of products and ventures that she's investing into. So how do you feel about Will Perform? Would you go out to the stores and buy it?
I mean, I'm not performing personally, so so I'm not. But I think that's cool. I think it brings me to like what Courtney kind of talked a few weeks ago. We were talking about Nicki Minaj and how she always wished that Nicki could find something in her realm of like being girly or being, in hip hop, and finding a product that she could really run out and promote. I think this is genius for her. I think that this is something that it's not like a sneaker. It's not like the same thing that we've heard. It's not a makeup line. Like, thank God it's not like sport resistant makeup. Like, which, I mean, there you go. Hey, but that is, I don't know if that's a thing or what, but you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's unique. I think that it's a product that if she really tested it out, because it is actually really interesting, random that I even am in the world of this right now. But my grandmother, she uses, what is it, like the hot and icy, and it smells like freaking peppermint, and I hate it. It just like, you just know what room my yayo was in, and just be like, girl, what is that smell? What is the Christmas? Like, what?
Icy hot.
But after you use it after a while, you become almost like, it's like, this don't really work, and you just slapping this on just so that you smell it so you can be triggered to think that it works. So I'd be interested to know how much she really put into this product, how it works. But frankincense, I'd be interested to know if that's part in her product. Frankincense gel. Go ahead.
It's amazing. I love some frankincense. So I'm the essential oils person and whatever, and I got a massage one time, like, I guess like your neck bands with frankincense oil. And I didn't even realize that I was congested here or tense here. And I almost fainted because it relaxed me so quickly. And like those muscles it was just a crazy release. And I almost fell over. Like, it was that crazy. And I was sitting down. But shout out to Serena. I think it's a brilliant idea. Totally agree with you. It's perfectly like brand alignment, but also still something interesting and different. Not your sneakers, not your fashion, not your makeup. Like, I like this for her. I'm excited.
So when is this releasing, Derrial?
So the product will release on December 18th. You can actually right now go to wellperform.com and get the Well Perform individual product, but nationwide it's going into Target stores on December 18th. So it'll be available then. You can actually get it online or walk into the Target store and grab it yourself. So I want to try it. I mean, I feel like Serena is so close to doing this type of product, especially with it being a post muscle reliever for the athlete. And what I've also seen, you can also, it's not just for people who are playing a sport every day. If you just are kind of like having recreational activity sports and things like that, you can also apply this. I mean, because it is really all about the recovery at the end of the day. And so I feel like she's going to give something really good, especially with her history of just her muscles and muscle problems and aches and pains. I feel like this is a product that'll really be good for her. So, I mean, and another one, she's another one. Forbes.com just reported that she's estimated about $260 million. So she's got some money to spend and to really put in some good ingredients for this product. So I think it'll do well. I'm excited to see it, and I think it's like right in alignment with what she's doing. She partnered with Eric Ryan, who co-founded Welly Menthol and Oily, and also Hank Mercer, who is a packaged good executive. So Eric Ryan and Hank Mercer are her business partners in this. So she's got some pretty strong business leadership behind her. So we'll see how the product does.
Yeah, I thought I saw an ad for it, and then the picture, the product actually looks like a good general product. Like I like the packaging of it. The ad was a little weird because at first I thought she was injecting herself, because like the way she was like it's a picture of her rubbing it, but I was like, what? I was a little taken back. But girl, look. This is the age of no stand. We don't need a standstill picture of you with the stick on it. This is a new age, Serena. So what I need you to do is get on this TikTok trend, send it over to Odell Beckham Jr., have him use this on, because we sick of this ankle, okay? We need to get this man's ankle fixed. So hopefully
know, it's always broke. Get it together.
Get it together.
It's always broke. Yeah. I'm sure there's a full line of athletes that need to use this product right now.
1,000,000%. And hopefully they'll go out and support her. Well, this is interesting because another story, and obviously I had to hit you up and I was like, Derrial, I want you to be here for this story. So let's get your advice. So Kyrie Irving, we know everything that's been going on with him. He was suspended for promoting something that a lot of people took as anti-Semitic, and then he recently was just dropped from his contract with Nike early, and he just did a show. Is it a called show? What is it? A game? I guess they did a game last night. I've been watching too much Housewives, y'all. So there was a game last night, and he duct taped over his Nike shoes and wrote, "I'm free, finally." And so it got me thinking, like, because a lot of people on social media, like, he's done, like, no one's ever gonna pick him up again. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't think him writing that is him being like, oh, I'm free from Nike, let me go to like Adidas or K-Swiss or something. I don't think his mindset is there. But what would you like, where could you see the brand of Kyrie Irving being in this predicament in a way that he could be because he is inspiring to a lot of people, that he could be inspiring to a lot of independent. We talk about independent music artists, but I look at him as an independent athlete, someone who wants to play the game and not really be in the mix of like, I have to do what I have to do because you want me to wear your shoes or whatever. What's your take on the whole situation?
I will say that I would find it very interesting if he chose, because I don't know how accurate these are, because you just be scrolling on social media, everybody got a product, everybody's doing something. Like one of these little kids that's invented some kind of shoe that's cute enough. Maybe it's not like your shoe that you're wearing for intense sports play, but like a good sneaker that you would wear around and like flex on. I would love to see him like find somebody like that who has like done their own thing and like try to give them their come up. Kind of like how, Nike needed Jordan in the 80s and like suddenly Nike became, Nike. Do that for like some young Black entrepreneur making some sneakers, because it hasn't really worked yet. I know the Ball family, I think they're called, with all the brothers, Alonzo, and they had the daddy, and I think two of the boys play basketball, and like he had their shoes at one point and people were making fun of them and whatever. But it would just be nice to see like an actual like Black company that started
totally a million
on this moment.
But I think that with Kyrie, you know, he will still. I think the other brands, once this firestorm is over a bit and people kind of like calm down a bit, I think that other brands will also really want to work with him because of the fact that he has made his statements like he had his tweet was nothing to try and be hateful or anti-Semitic or any of those things. So I feel like, you know, him explaining that and letting people know where his viewpoint was with it, I think that eventually, once the firestorm kind of dies down, he'll have other opportunities. Now, in reference to working with new artists, it's funny because I just got back from Art Basel in Miami, and I was even thinking like maybe he could tie with one of these new artists and create like his own specialty shoe and take that to. I love what Courtney said about a, you know, more independent Black retailer or Black shoe company or something like that, or even in some form of art, like working with a new artist, creating something like a Black new artist, creating something unbelievable, and then creating that shoe off of that. So there's just so much talent out there, and he's so inspiring to so many different types of talent and artists and young people. I think that going down that lane of working with like an artist and creating something special around that, he could get, you know, rise back to the top and won't catch as much heat as he is right now.
Totally agree. And I really hope that, I do agree that other brands, I think, will start being like, okay, they're not going to condemn him. But I really hope that this was the drive for him and other artists who, whether they're musical artists, athletes, start going in this route. Like, I'm sick and tired of us complaining about the man, but then continuing to support the man, like in every field aspect of it, you know, and I do it a lot. I do this daily, you know, and it is hard to reprogram your mind, to take the extra step to just say, you know what, I'm not going to get this brand. Let me see what another option is. And, you know, maybe just say, look, this doesn't mean this is forever. Let me try it and see if that works. There are some things where it's just like, you know what, I've tried some different brands and like we just gonna stick with the Dove, and you know what I'm saying, like whatever the thing is. It's not Dove for me personally, but that's what came to mind. So hopefully
Dove.
Yeah, like, you know, so hopefully he finds something like that, and I would love to see him be that first movement. More so than him, like, I don't want this to turn into like a Yee 24 on like half the athletes' feet, like a Yeezy thing. Like, I don't want it to be that at all. I hope that he finds new talent and does his own thing. Derrial, I appreciate you for coming through and dropping all that celebrity wealth information. Where can everyone follow you and keep in contact and watch all your content?
You can follow me at Derrial Christon. That's DerrialChriston on all the socials. You can also catch me on Saturday mornings on CBS on the show Destination LA. That's if you're in Southern California. If you're not in Southern California, you can also catch the show on Pluto and on CBS.com, or you can just YouTube it. Or you can catch my clips on my social media. But thank y'all for having me today. I'll be back next week with some new information about celebrity wealth, because there's a lot of it out there. I'm trying to get my millions and billions like our boy Jay Z and our girl Serena and Sierra and the Kardashians and everybody else. So,
yeah,
you know, now I'll just report on their shit.
That's what I was going to say. You go do the investigative journalism and come back and give us all the info.
And don't be hopping in no Amy type pants now.
Oh.
But if you find a TJ, send him on over this way.
If I find TJ, I'll make sure he has his biker shorts on and send him your way.
All right. What is that? What's that thing called? Where people like write to the celebrity, pay like $15 and they'll say happy birthday to you.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I want one of those. Him just slapping it for 15 minutes. There we go. Boom. All right, Derrial, thanks. We'll see you next week.